The Chiefs.
You're one of us now.
Because I can't go against Patrick Mahomes.
Marcus, I'm going to be taking a close look at you.
New Orleans.
It's New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Or not.
Oh, no.
Hello and welcome to day 3 of the Hurry Up in New Orleans, in Radio Row. I'm joined by my friends, pals, amigos. We haven't killed each other yet. We've been spending every minute together.
Literally every minute. Every minute.
George and Ash, how are you guys?
We're good, man. We're in New Orleans. We're having a good time. You can't complain, can you? We can't complain.
Nah, it's middle of the week. We're trying to just embrace every second.
Yeah.
Well, can't speak for you, Dre, but George and me were up at the crack of dawn because we want to embrace this beautiful city. And I will just say, with New Orleans, like we had the pleasure of having a little walk around yesterday.
We did.
Everybody in this city is so lovely.
Yeah.
Like I cannot fault it. And also, I mean, they love our accent, so it's great. Yeah.
So look out for our little guided tour of, New Orleans, with Jennifer Becks, the amazing Jennifer Becks, on NFL Game Pass. Obviously, you guys are going to see someone you might recognize on there as well. But we've been enjoying all the hospitality of New Orleans. Or New Orleans, as I say.
New Orleans,
Not allowed
yeah.
to say New Orleans is New Orleans, just for you guys know.
Actually,
Actually.
we were told otherwise. Our Uber driver actually said it is New Orleans.
Yeah.
We
So
were told.
We're hearing conflicted information.
Someone's got to tell us.
We're gonna
'cause-
go with the masses because the actual police force yesterday when I was doing the link told me, hey, it's New Orleans.
So you're going to go with the police over a native?
Yes, because I
City.
like my freedom.
Wow.
There's nothing wrong with that. So we had a great time yesterday at a media party
Yeah.
for the NFL. Obviously we saw lots of familiar faces,
crazy.
lots of friends of the show.
Yes.
And some animals as well.
Yeah. Did you hold one, Dre? No, you didn't. But obviously, we're in
was
Louisiana.
scared.
We're in Louisiana,
Yeah.
home of the swamps and everything.
Yeah.
They had alligators, snakes. It
Crazy.
was pretty cool.
It's pretty
But
good.
not,
I
for,
mean,
but not for Dre.
Dre here was a little bit shook, a little bit scared, but I was right up in there. Had the gator up in here, had the snake over here. We were loving life, man. What kind of party did you go
It's
to?
the weirdest feeling. It is
I'll
the whole.
give you that.
It's
strange.
Crocodile, alligator.
Alligator,
It was
yeah.
the weirdest feeling, and I'm sorry. I was shook, very scared because I thought they it's the famous
Snap
thing they
second,
say.
bang.
When people say, "Oh no, don't worry, it's nothing
Yeah.
to worry about," and it happens to you. So yeah, that's what I didn't want to happen.
I kind of
how are you
wanted one,
enjoying
yeah.
New Orleans so far?
Honestly, it's amazing. I have to keep reminding myself this is Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
There's a game happening on
Yeah.
Sunday.
It's ramping up now, no?
No, it is.
Yeah.
And I will say, obviously, so we're here on Radio Row. It is getting busy, and I know
is.
obviously we've been here for the past couple of days as well. But yeah, you can definitely tell that people are now starting to come into the city. People are flocking and everything. But this always happens. So
Yeah.
Wednesday during Super Bowl week, the heat starts ramping up, and we're seeing a
sure.
lot of people, kind of famous faces and stuff, both NFL players and media personalities
That's
as well. And it's exciting.
We've all been like, collectively, when we see people, we'll be like, still trying to say cool. It's
Yeah.
like, we're fans.
Try not to fanboy too hard.
We're
Yeah.
fans just like you, All right, okay, so before we rabbit on about all the famous people that we've seen and the nice food and treatment that
the
we've been
food,
getting.
bro. Oh.
Food, don't get me started on that. No, oh my God. Guys, we're taking a look and focusing on defenses. Now, I've said already a long time ago that defenses are going to win this game more than offenses. Everyone's focusing on offenses.
Okay.
Well, defense wins championships.
What they say?
Defense win championship.
Yeah.
What they say?
That's why the Chiefs will win, as far as I'm concerned. Putting it out there already. If you don't like it, you have to watch the rest of the episode because there might be some conflicting opinions.
There might be. But you have to have that conflict,
Yeah.
right? It can't all be one way. Defense do win championships, but there is an offense on the other side of the ball. You spoke about guests on the show. We got to name no one, but we got some good content coming. Some great opinions. Some people who have, had a bit of experience who you might want to hear from.
Yeah.
So like Dre said, if I was you better stay locked in because you ain't going to want to miss this one.
Some big guns. She hates when I say that.
I don't. No. I don't hate it when you say it, but you've just said it. I think 20 odd times in the
21. Big guns.
in the last couple of days. But guys, I completely agree with you. I think it's great that we've got difference of opinions. I love it when people actually come out and they've got backup chat for supporting the Chiefs and the Eagles. I love it because at the end of the day, we want a good, close game. We want it to be close. We don't want it to be one way, one-sided even. I know you might. But no, but it's exciting. And I love hearing from people. I love hearing people's opinions and everything. And as I always say, every day's a school day. I love learning from people as well and learning something new. So this is exciting.
Well, we've got plenty of people to speak to that are going to be familiar with you, and we're going to ask them some hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, like how long? Who's right there?
Exactly. Right. Oh, God, there's not.
Yeah, and he's huge.
Right, okay, we're going to get on to speaking to some more people that you know and love. Let's do this. Okay, another big hit after hit after hit that we've got for you guys. We've got, officially, I would say, the biggest person that we've had sitting with us, full stop. Shawne Merriman, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well, man. About yourself?
Yeah, we're good. We're very much in the mood. You know, it's counting down to... I get a bit sad because, although, obviously, we've got the big game coming up and I'm excited about it, but you know what that means. No more football for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're being negative, man.
He's always negative like this, Shawne, yeah.
Let us get through these last days. You know, most people feel that way on Monday. Like let's get past the game, man. Don't put the negativity in the air. We don't need that yet. But I feel you. I know what you mean. Same here.
Shawne, you spoke about the game, so let's talk about the game.
Yeah.
You're a former lineman, a linebacker in the NFL, one of the best to do it. Let's talk about defense. Is there a particular guy, maybe a linebacker on either side of the ball, that you feel is going to make a huge impact in this game?
I don't think it's going to come from the linebacker position.
Okay.
I think it's going to come from the D-line position. I don't think that people are talking about, obviously, in the big game, you want to talk about quarterbacks, you want to talk about the offense side of the ball, Saquon Barkley and what he's done all year. But I think this game is going to come down to the trenches, offensive line and defensive line. And on the defensive line, I don't think anybody's talking enough about Jalen Carter from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yes.
And the wrecking ball, the damage he's caused the offense this year, and what's one of the weakest points of the Chiefs, it has been all year, is their offensive line.
Yeah.
And so when you talk about great quarterbacks, which Patrick Mahomes is, he's a great quarterback, being able to step up in the pocket and deliver a good football play after play, it's not going to happen because Jalen Carter on the inside is going to cause so much damage. And on the other side, Chris Jones, he's one of my, for the Chiefs, he's one of my favorite players. And if you look at the last two Super Bowls and what he's done, he's closed games out himself. Yeah. And so I know we get all hyped up and everybody's excited about the quarterbacks and the offense side of the ball and Saquon Barkley and what he's done, but I think this game's going to be one in the trenches.
No, nice. And of course, well, Shawne, I've got to ask, we can see Lights Out on the T-shirt there as well. The nickname, and it's a pretty good one as well, I've got to say. Could you tell us the origin story of how your nickname came about?
Yeah, I knocked out 4 players in one game in my sophomore year in high school.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
And you know what? It wasn't planned, the nickname. I had 20 students come running to me and say, man, you knocked those kids' lights out. I said, yeah, call me Lights Out.
Love this.
And I got to school on Monday, and everybody's like, hey, good game, Lights. And I'm like, hold on, Lights. So they called me Lights for Lights Out. It already got through the school. This was pre-social media. So it was like, it spread, and then I ended up going to get this Lights Out tattoo on my right forearm here.
Yes.
And so that's where the whole sack dance and everything came from.
Yes.
So, but again, you got to go out and play Lights Out. Like, you can't have a nickname like Lights Out and not go out and play like it. Like, I could never put anything bad on film. It was never happening because they couldn't wait to expose me. But it was one of those things, when you get known for doing something, it was just a way that I played the game.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I was most known for.
Shawne, I'm going to ask you, what defense, makes you want to play for them? Like, out of these two, which one would you like to be part of?
I love Spagnuolo and his defense. And I played for a great defensive coordinator when I came in, Wade Phillips, and I'll tell you this, coaches can make or break your career.
Yeah.
And they can put you in situations to win or they can put you in situations to lose. And that doesn't mean, it doesn't matter how great of a player is. If you're always out of position, it doesn't matter. Spagnuolo, one thing he does so well is not only does he blitz, but it's the timing in which he calls his blitzes.
Yeah.
And the timing and the repetition and the down and distance, he knows exactly when to call guys and when to have these one-on-one matchups across the board. That's what makes him so great. Any coach can go out there and call a great play, but can you scheme at the appropriate times? And that's what makes Spagnuolo a great defensive coordinator.
So, Shawne, right now, we're going to get you to choose a side. Who are you with at the moment today?
Can anybody go against the Chiefs at this point?
Yeah,
Well, you
that's
said
why
it.
we're-
That's it, man.
that's why
You
we're
said it.
good friends.
You know, like it's not even about whether I want them to win or not. It's just you can't go against these guys
Yeah.
anymore because the entire season there was nothing about this team. I'm not taking shots. There's nothing about them that jumped off of the stat sheet.
Yeah.
There was, they didn't have a dominant rushing attack.
said
They didn't
it,
have a
yeah.
dominant
That's it.
nothing, but they found ways to win games. And what they do is they cause you to make mistakes and they capitalize off your mistakes.
Yeah.
So you in a sense have to go out and play mistake-free football, right? Mistake-free football. And on the flip side, you have to go out and score points and and make sure Patrick Mahomes is not on the field.
Yeah.
So Saquon Barkley is the only thing that can save these guys by running the football, keep Patrick Mahomes off the field, and hope that he doesn't get the ball with 2 or 3 minutes left on the clock.
You heard it here
Shawne,
first.
it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much,
Appreciate
bro.
you.
I really appreciate
and
it.
my shoulders actually do fit up here.
Yes.
I said to Shawne, there ain't much in it.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, we are joined by an NFL Super Bowl winner, Jonathan Casillas. How are you?
I'm good, man. Good to see you guys.
Oh, honestly, thank you so much for spending some time with us. I know you're busy. You're very much in demand because you're one of the few people who know what it's like to win the big game.
Yeah. It's good. I see a lot of familiar faces here. I used to be a Saint, so I see some Saints players, some Saints staff here. So I'm like running to the guys. I'm like, I gotta go to the zone. I'm trying to find out where they at. But y'all like hidden in the back. Why y'all doing that? I'm looking for y'all because I watch a lot of boxing.
Oh,
So I watch a lot of the zone. You know what I mean? I got
tell
stuff
them,
to
man.
do.
We're going to get too many people coming over here, so we just like, this is the VIP lounge.
The VIP
Everyone
corner.
can-
I got you. The cool kids over here.
Exactly.
I like it.
Like
All
sitting
right.
at the back of the bus
All
now.
right.
We're in the corner. Yeah.
Jonathan, I want to talk to you about onside kicks and onside recoveries. Obviously, we know about the famous play that you made. I don't know if you're aware, but the NFL are looking to change that. They're looking to get rid of the onside kick completely, and instead, they want to give teams a 4th and 20. And if they convert that, they keep possession of the ball. Now, obviously, knowing your story, I want to know how you feel about that.
I think it's stupid, to be honest with you. I mean,
Nice and
it's
blunt.
not, I just feel like, special teams are third of the game,
Yes.
right? And they've done a lot over the last 10 years to limit the contact and all of that stuff that happens in special teams. But, like, not to say they're taking jobs away, but there's a lot of guys that only play special teams
Yeah.
the entire career.
Yeah.
And they make 10, 12, 13-year careers out of that. Not to say you're taking from them, but, like, you're not going to have a guy that played 12 years in the league to have that experience to teach younger guys how to last in the NFL, because you're not the number 1 or 2 safety or linebacker in the team, but you can play for 10 or 12 years because you're one of the greatest players in the world, but you might not be the greatest on that team.
Right.
But you can still play and survive long. So I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
It's
I'm with
taken
you.
away, I think, from the game itself, because
Yeah.
special teams is a great part of the game. How many great kick returns have we
Honestly.
seen?
Oh,
Devin Hester in the
Oh,
Super
my
Bowl,
God.
right? Chicago Bears against the Colts. That
Don't
was an
remind me.
amazing experience.
Don't remind me.
Jacoby Jones, rest in peace,
talk
his
about that.
kick return, right? Big
Yeah.
time. Like, we've seen it happen. I feel like they're kind of taking away moments from us,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, tell us as well, if you can, what is it like to win the Super Bowl? Like, are you able to kind of sum it up at all for us?
I can't. Not in this quick little interview. We got to have another hour.
Yeah.
But on some real stuff, and I won my first one as a rookie here in New Orleans.
Crazy.
Undrafted, didn't know anything. I didn't really know how to celebrate or anything. But when I got to New England, I got traded in 2012. I got traded in 2014 from the Buccaneers to the Patriots. Sorry, I'm trying to
No, you're good.
And Gronk, he knew that I won a Super Bowl. And at the time, Gronk had no Super Bowl wins.
Oh, you'd one
He
up
was
on
like-
Gronk.
he-
Yeah.
Right. He was like, JC, man, what's it like to win a Super Bowl? And I was like, Gronk, for you? For you? What's it gonna be like for you? I'm like, bro, like, first of all, everything you've done to this point in your career, like, you're amazing. Everybody knows who you are. They know your work ethic. They know your mentality. They know your winning, stature, right? But when you become a Super Bowl champion, it's like you're almost a god, And I'm like, you, Gronk? Like, you'll be the closest thing to anything you've ever dreamed of, but more than that.
Yeah.
It's a dream on top of a dream.
Yeah.
Because you don't, like, everybody has dreams and aspirations as NFL players, as a kid, to play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't know that when you win a Super Bowl, you've exceeded your wildest dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a surreal thing. I can't really put it in any
Yeah, I
words,
get that.
No,
any
yeah.
better words than that. But you know, the status of a regular, I'm a regular NFL guy. I'm not wrong. You know, but like you have to say, I'm a 2-time Super Bowl champion. Lexi! That's my producer for the Giants. That's my producer.
Hello.
You scared her half to death.
Yeah.
Right, you know what it's like, obviously, as we just discussed, to win a Super Bowl. You know, you've done it twice, which is greedy because there's some
Yeah, I'm a greedy
franchises
guy.
that have only won it once.
Or not at all.
Hold up.
So, are we
won it
feeling
twice.
here?
We won it twice. Colts fan. We won it
Okay,
twice.
okay. Yeah. A long time ago. But yeah.
The more you know.
Every day's a school.
Like, you know, if we're looking at, we're focusing on defenses. Who is the standout defense? Both are very good. I think personally, one is elite and one's not. I'm not gonna lead you.
Yeah.
But who captures your you know, who's got your attention at the moment
In
for being
terms
the
of
best
defense.
for defense?
So-
Doesn't mean they're gonna win though.
So we're talking about these two teams in the Super Bowl right now.
Yeah.
I'm biased because I played for Spagnuolo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I played for him for 4 years. One in New Orleans, we were the worst defense in the league. 3 years in New York, one of those years we were the worst defense in the league, right?
Yeah.
But those other 2 years, like I could flat out say, Spags, like everybody understands now because he's been with the Chiefs in Super Bowl after Super Bowl
Yeah.
with his defense.
Yeah.
And we've seen, you know, the Chiefs' offense not become stagnant, but become less brilliant
Yeah.
as we've seen in the past. And the defense really take to the forefront. And I'm not saying they don't have as good of players, but I think the Philadelphia Eagles roster, man for man
Yeah.
on defense and offense, is better than the Chiefs. But that's why I do think the Chiefs are a better team.
Yeah.
Because
that.
they don't have
Exact- those
player for
pieces.
player to match up against the
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles. But you watch them play this year. They lost 38-0. You throw that game away, Denver, week 18, they weren't
Of course,
playing anybody.
yeah.
They lost one game.
Yeah,
bro.
it's
And
crazy.
they only scored over 30, once?
True.
You
true,
know
true.
why? Because they're better
Yeah.
than everyone.
Yeah.
They're a better team. They have the
is.
coaches.
Tell 'em.
They have the
Yes.
quarterback.
They do.
And most importantly, they have the culture to where Samaje Perine, somebody who did he even play? When did he
touch-
sign
he
with
didn't
them?
touch
Bro, he didn't touch the ball
Yeah.
in that game.
He makes a crucial play at the end of the game, and
Yeah.
we're gonna see, as every Super Bowl does,
Yeah.
you're gonna see a player that maybe is not as known as somebody else make a play, and
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be with the Chiefs. Like Karlaftis, who is that?
Yeah.
And I,
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for him,
Yeah.
but like that's not a familiar name.
Yeah.
How great of a game did he have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Philadelphia Eagles, they got the names.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
got the big star power. But when it comes to the Super Bowl, it's not about the star power. It's who can play and who can
Yeah.
make the plays at the end of the game. And usually it's somebody that we don't even know.
Oh, I like
Malcolm
that.
Butler for New England.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
That kid barely played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Now
there.
look at
Shout.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I talked to him at halftime. He was
real.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, "What's up, bro?" He said, "Man, I ain't really playing." I said, "Don't worry, they're gonna come your way.
And it's
They're gonna come your way.
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to. You're gonna have an opportunity." And look at him, one of the greatest
Crazy.
plays in
Yeah.
Super Bowl history.
Well, Jonathan, I think you're not taking enough credit because you're the man who spoke to the man before he did that act of
I
winning the
did.
Super Bowl.
Listen,
So if anything,
Yeah.
that's
So it's
you.
because you haven't talked to me.
Spoken.
I know where I'm at right now. I won 2 Super Bowls. The New England needed me for Tom to win his 4th ring.
Yeah.
They needed me.
They needed you. Yeah. That's it.
They needed me.
They
And-
did.
And another
Yeah.
thing, Jonathan, like now that you're part of the Hurry Up family on DAZN, on NFL Game Pass, you bias is okay. It's
Okay.
not a problem at all. So what I'm going to ask you, because you started speaking in our accent before we got on
Yes.
camera, in a London accent in particular, I want you to give your Super Bowl prediction.
Oh, I love this.
Crikey, mate.
Yeah.
That was Australia, though. What the name?
So you
Okay.
do you want to do it? Pip,
Okay.
pip?
You're doing better than you think.
I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna be
See,
good.
but the thing is, though, my pick is where I like kind of back and forth it because I can't really go for the Eagles, right?
Okay.
I'm a
agree.
Giants
I hear that. Yeah.
legend.
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
work for them
Yeah.
currently.
Yeah.
So I can't go for them, but I do love Saquon, and I do believe that for him, winning a Super Bowl will make him one of the greatest running backs we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because I think he's one of the greatest people in the NFL. Because
Yeah.
I've worked with him, I've been around him. But then also Steve Spagnuolo's on the other side. That's my guy.
Yeah.
So
It's tough, isn't it?
It is
It's
tricky.
tough.
Yeah,
Just
it
say
is.
the name of the team in
It
the accent.
is.
You could just say that.
The Chiefs.
You're one of us now.
Because I can't go against Patrick Mahomes. I can't do it.
Jason, that's great.
Don't.
We
Don't.
just going to bring you to London and then you're going to be on the
They
show.
don't need
yeah.
me anymore.
Yeah. Fine with that.
Thank you again.
Thank you for
Honestly,
having me,
appreciate it.
brother.
Thank
Thank
very
you, guys.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, we brought in someone that's going to be a huge star, so we can get him now before he's too big time to hang with us. Marcus Harper in a second. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How about y'all?
Oh, we're
Great, yeah.
Bro, we got to talk about everything that you do
Yeah.
for the game.
Yeah.
You know, your numbers are crazy, your stats are crazy, but I want to talk about the Big Mark show. You got to
Yeah.
tell the people what's going on, bro.
Bruh, so the Big Mark Show kind of just an opportunity that came to me with Sports Illustrated. It was an opportunity for me to just kind of give like an in-season kind of mini documentary.
Okay.
And just talk about the guys in the facility and seeing their lives outside of the helmet and things like that. So many times we get talked about just for what we do within the helmet.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of pivot and give a little talk to us outside of the helmet, and
Yeah.
I've tried my best not to talk about sports as much. I want to get everyone to know, like, okay, let's understand this person. So it was only a 6-part mini series, but I think it was the introduction to like the
Yeah.
media side of what I got going on.
It's great because, like you say, there is life outside of football too,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you want people to know what else it is that you can do, and
Yeah.
people don't get to see that side of things.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
it's a great. You say only
Yeah.
a 6 series, but hell, it's great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's
more
like
of that.
only.
Yeah,
No,
Absolutely,
it's
more
good,
of that.
yeah.
More of that.
Yeah.
I'd love to know as well from you. Do you have any advice for like young fans who look up to you? Because I know there's a lot, especially with that Sports Illustrated
Yeah.
docu-series as well. You must have so many young fans looking up to you.
Yeah.
What kind of advice do you have for them?
I always tell myself, be confident and dominant, no matter your size or your waist, from your feet all the way to your face. So it don't matter who you are, what you do. Like, be confident in whatever you're doing. But confidence comes from practice, you know.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
whatever you're doing, just practice it and figure out like what your niche is, and then zero in on that. And just be you. Like, I think a lot of guys are so afraid to be themselves, and if they're not, they're afraid to put themselves out there. And I mean, I did it in 6 short episodes, and now I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So just don't be
So-
afraid to do what you got to do, and it'll turn into something successful.
So, Marcus, you are
Yeah.
on the cusp now
Yeah.
of being an official NFL player.
Yeah.
You must be excited about that.
Yeah.
And you must be like looking at certain teams and being like, oh man, I wish I could play for them. So why do you want to play for the New York Giants so badly?
Dog, look, I want to play for any NFL team strictly because, like, it's been ever since I got into football, it's been a dream of mine to really just be up there with the best of the best. And I know I'm one of the best, especially in this year's draft. And I want to be able to see and test myself against other top talent. You know, you got guys. Aaron Donald, thankfully, just retired.
Yeah, you know that.
But you know, just not even that. Just playing alongside great offensive linemen like Deion Dawkins, Trent
Yeah.
Williams, just the whole nine, the layout, and just hopefully enshrine myself in one of those positions one day. So
So you talk about being the best of the best, which you absolutely are.
yeah,
3 seasons,
Yes.
0 sacks.
yes,
Listen, people, I don't
Yes.
think you understand.
yeah,
Do you know how hard that is to do?
Yeah.
That is incredibly difficult to do.
Yeah.
3 seasons,
Yeah.
0 sacks.
Yeah.
We got to talk on that.
yeah. So the streak kind of started. It was probably an impromptu thing. I got slid in there versus Georgia and things like that, and then from there I kind of just started just dominating like I wanted to. And so it was one season, okay, cool, and then the second season that happened, I was like, okay, this is like, I want to know who else does this. And so I think the last guy who's done it and kept the streak alive is Dominic Puny from the 49ers.
Yep.
And so then I was like, okay, let me test this against like better competitions, right? So we got blessed going to the Big Ten.
Yeah.
And I was like, you seen the list of the guys that are in the Big Ten that are like top talent. And I was like, okay, let's see if the streak can hold itself. And so I did my thing in the Big Ten, went through the Big Ten, undefeated, no sacks allowed. And against top talent too, like it wasn't
Yeah,
against no scrubs in the
that's
Big
right,
Ten
exactly,
too. So
exactly.
I mean, if that's top talent, then what am I? So
and the last one for me before these guys jump in, obviously your position is a very difficult position to
Yes.
play. For people who are trying to get to your level,
Right.
what one thing can you let them know about what it takes to be that level of offensive lineman in both college and moving on to the NFL?
yeah, I would just say be an athlete. I think a lot of guys think offensive linemen are like big, I would say big refrigerators, and don't do that. Be a refrigerator that can move. Be like a
Yes,
little mini
sir.
ice cream truck. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying?
sir.
You're giving sweets and snacks on the way
I
out.
love that.
Yeah, so I say be like a little ice cream truck for sure.
Oh, I love this. Now, I know that Dre, who's a big New York Giants fan, if you didn't already know,
Yeah.
he tried to recruit you there.
Yeah.
You swerved that one.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, the draft is in Green Bay, and I'm a Packers fan, so, whatever happens, it can happen. But, I mean, How does it feel? Like, can you explain how it feels in a bit more detail? Obviously, you've grown up loving football,
Yeah.
and I mean, it's on the cusp of happening for you to
Yeah.
be in the NFL.
Yeah.
How does it feel? Like, this is obviously a dream come true for
Yeah.
you. You know, is it everything that you thought it would be and more?
Yeah, because I mean, when I started playing football in high school, I never would have thought I would be even here on Radio Row. You know, just talking
Yeah.
about everything that I want to do in the NFL and what I've been able to done in college. So yes, everything and more. It's a little bit nerve-wracking too because like there's a level of uncertainty that you just don't know from now to April. But I don't focus on that. I focus on like, bro, I'm dominant. I've been dominant, and I've been the hardest worker, and I just continue to do that. So, I mean, that's all I'm focusing on, and just focusing on the guys that I'm with right now training. That's my biggest thing is just seeing those guys and their journeys and what they've been able to do. It's just like, it's fun, So I'm just happy to just have this opportunity for real.
Marcus, I'm going to be taking a close look at you. if your name get called out for the Giants, I want you doing this. You better not. I want to hear. I want you smiling.
I will be smiling.
Yeah,
regardless.
you gotta be like, yeah. In fact, I want you to do what I forgot his name for the Dolphins. Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
Like when he just walked off and just left his family.
That is
You
so
run to
funny.
that stage. So okay, last question.
Yeah.
It's a very important question. It's one of the most sensible questions you're gonna get.
Got it.
Right. Jettis has his chains.
Yeah.
What is going to be your thing that you're going to have? Are you going to have something, some special thing that you're going to have that you're going to give me one of the things?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a bunch of different things. It's all about versatility. So one week it's gonna be some glasses. One week it'll be a watch. One week it'll be some shoes. I mean, you won't be able to see. I got some Jordan 9s.
Yes.
Clean. We got it clean.
I got some.
We're gonna get
It's just
busy,
it's some Jordan 9s, some Oregon Customs. So it'll be very. It just depends on what I'm feeling the week. So
No, I'm upset with our people because I said specifically that I have to be the person with the best grip. Ain't no more boy. Look out for this guy here. Is going to be a star. He's already well accomplished to dodge all our nonsensical questions. George asking sensible questions. Ash asking sensible questions. Me, I'm just trying to recruit for my team. This is so bad. Thank you so much, bro. I
appreciate y'all
it,
for
man.
having
Best
me.
of luck in the league.
Thank you,
Thank
bro.
you.
Oh, you
Thank
change up on us.
I got you. I got you.
So if you're wondering where Dre is, he's not here right now because he has to go to the NFL Super Bowl experience. So you got myself and Ash and the main man, JT Gray of the Saints. How are you, sir?
All right, how you doing, bro?
We're good. We're good. It's Super Bowl week. It's a
Yeah.
great time. How are you feeling? I mean, it's for you. This is like you haven't got to go too far. You're home here in New Orleans. How does it feel for you?
Man, it feels great, bro. It feels great to have this experience. It's magnified times 100.
Yeah.
It's showing the people that's visiting, like the culture of New Orleans and what we got to experience, what we got to offer here, bro.
I mean, the culture, George and me were saying
say,
earlier, we've fallen in love with this city and we've got to go and experience a little bit of what it's like on Bourbon Street as well. And I've literally fallen in love with it, and everybody is so nice here. But I know obviously New Orleans is, it's had its fair share of Super Bowls here, which is great. But what's it like to have another one in your city?
Man, it's amazing. The experience, the people, the culture, the vibes are
Yeah.
all-time high, and guys like you are here to experience that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I'm just blessed to be here, to be able to experience this myself. This is my first Super Bowl. I'm from Mississippi, and just being here and seeing like how everybody just coming to life and everybody is here having great vibes.
Yeah.
I know the food is about to be amazing.
Oh, yeah, you already know that one, boy. Yeah, you already know that one.
I encourage y'all to eat as much as y'all can. And
Oh, yeah.
have a great time.
I'm going to go home fat, and I'm,
I'm
happy
with
with
you,
that.
man.
Yeah.
I'm with you. So you mentioned obviously how it feels like a homegrown event for you. We've come all the way from London, and there are already things that I love about New Orleans, Bourbon Street we spoke about in particular. Is there a part of the city that appeals to you the most?
I would say the French Quarter.
Yeah? Why in
Bourbon Street.
particular?
It gives you a variety of things. You got different bars, you got different musics, you have different experiences out there that you can go do. Frenchman Street, that's a different Bourbon Street,
Yeah.
but it's a little bit more chill and relaxed. Like I said, the beignets.
Bro, we literally just had that. I had to go back and get a second and a third. That
Oh, yeah.
stuff is legit.
Yes, sir.
Like,
Yes,
honestly,
sir.
I can't believe it. We need to get this in the UK, right?
yeah.
Because
George
it's
will be
serious.
packing them in a
I'll be taking them
suitcase,
home. I'll be taking them home.
Oh yeah, hey, be careful. You know what I'm saying? Hey, be careful. That's all I gotta say.
Right, so obviously DB for the Saints, but you also play special teams. Now, I think it's important to shine some light on special teams because special teams can be the make or break in any given Sunday game, right? So talk about the importance of why special teams is that part of the game, you know, because it's key.
You just said it. It's a make or break. It's a make or break phase.
Yeah.
You know, one good play, your team is up. It's a quick 7. Or you down a quick 7. A block punt, a quick field position change. So now you got the ball on your side of the field. And you supposed to be on the opponent's side of the field, and you know that right there just give the offense an extra boost, or it give the defense that extra boost, and if you're home, man, like the crowd's about to go wild, and now it makes it, you know, what I'm
even
saying,
harder for them,
yeah, for the opponent.
I mean, special teams, it's an unsung hero, really, of every NFL team, and they don't usually get a lot of love. And you know, if something goes wrong, then they're the villains, really. But tell us, JT, out of the 2 teams that we will see on Super Bowl Sunday, which team do you think kind of has the better special teams at the moment?
Ooh, I like it.
The better. Ooh, I would say the Eagles.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I would say the Eagles.
We need a bit of Eagles love, don't we? Because so many people are saying the Chiefs,
we've been there for what, 3 or 4 days, and we've spoken to so many different people. And I can count on my hand how many people are backing the Eagles. Yeah. Because it's everyone backing the Chiefs. Now, don't get me wrong. I understand you got Steve Spagnuolo on one side of the ball, you got Patrick Mahomes on the other. So the Chiefs are hard to say no to, but really, ain't many people counting the Eagles. So it's good to hear you say that. Obviously, the special team for the Eagles matter.
Yeah, for sure.
On the note of special teams, right? I don't know if you've heard, but the NFL are looking to change up the onside kick. They want to get rid of it. They want to change that up to a 4th and 20, and they want to give you one chance to convert. And if you convert, you keep the ball. Now, if you ask me, I'm not a fan of that. I want to know what you feel about that. Are you rather have the onside kick? Bearing in mind they've already gotten rid of the element of surprise because now you have to declare it.
Right.
It's got to be under 2 minutes.
Right.
So really, it's already kind of dead. But what's your thoughts on getting rid of the onside kick or keeping the onside kick?
I would say keep the onside kick. Like, I feel like that keeps the value of the game.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And I feel like it's a 50-50. Like, you never know. Like, if they're going to get the ball is going to go if it's not going, is it going to not go too far?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like having that onside kick is an element of the game that's been with the game ever since it's been created.
Yeah.
It would be a shame to get rid of it.
Exactly. To wrap things up, because I know you're a man in demand, but we've heard a lot of things, George and myself, on the correct way to pronounce New Orleans.
I love this.
And we want to know from you, are we saying it correctly? Is it New Orleans? Is it New Orleans? How should we be saying it?
There's many different ways to say it. Like, I know that I'm from here. I said New Orleans.
New Orleans.
I'm going to go with that. You said that, I'm going to go with that.
We've got to have the native.
We got to go with that because we've had both. But if
you'll fit in.
Oh, yeah,
you'll
perfect.
fit in. Okay. If you say New Orleans, you're not
then
from
they know us. Oh, okay. So, New Orleans.
It's New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans. New Orleans. Or New Orleans.
Or New
Or New Orleans.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
Love this.
Not New Orleans.
Not New Orleans.
Not
New Orleans.
Not.
We've been told, we know the deal. It's not New Orleans, it's New Orleans. JT Gray here at Super Bowl week. It's Media Row. The Super Bowl's coming fast. I appreciate you taking time.
Appreciate you.
Thank
best,
you.
brother.
Yeah.
What a day we've had. I'm completely exhausted.
Bro.
But we've had a great day today.
We have
You
had
had
an
fun?
amazing day.
The grind doesn't stop. You can't sleep until next week.
Well,
Dre,
we
okay?
might as well just
Yeah.
we might as well just sleep here.
That was
Right
nice.
here.
That was nice. I like the way that sounded. But you're right, man. The grind don't stop. We had an amazing time.
Yeah.
My feet are really starting to hurt, you know. Like all the walking we've
I'm
been
gonna have
doing.
to I have to look at our step count. But
Yeah, I wanna know, but-
I will say this day has been incredible, and I know I keep badgering on about it, but the hype really does start happening mid-week, which is exciting. And yeah, we've had some pretty big names, guys. We're
Very
making a lot of
excited,
friends.
honestly. Yeah. If you see the list of people right over there,
Wow.
that we have to speak to, that we are allowed to speak to, that we get to speak to, it's a privilege to speak to. So we're very, very lucky. And thank you guys for all your positive messages that you give us. Keeps us going. Thank you for your support. We're going to go today. We're going to go to day 4 now. It's going to be a big one tomorrow.
I think so.
A big one.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Gotta get a good sleep.
I'm thinking back to what I really enjoyed, and it's food. I had the beignets.
Beignets, yeah.
Let me just tell you, right? If you haven't had that, you need to fly directly to New Orleans just to have that.
New Orleans.
Oh, my bad. New Orleans. I'm going to get kicked out of the city for saying it wrong. But honestly, and we've been told so many times today as well, but honestly, that for me, I bit into that thing and I thought I found myself in heaven. I'm just going to lie.
I was with George when it happened, and it was...
It was a moment, right?
You know what? I think we bonded
Yeah,
in that moment,
it was
George.
crazy.
Yeah.
It was
I'm gonna
special.
have to either find the recipe or...
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do it justice. Yeah.
No.
Right, we're going to go off to bed to be ready for tomorrow. Carry on watching all of our ventures on NFL Game Pass, on DAZN, of course. We will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.